George, obviously with CD missing at least this week, things are going to look a lot different on offense. Has that changed your preparation or anything like that going into this Green Bay game?
No, not really. Just make plays, run the right routes. You know what I mean? Like I always say, show up for Dak.
CD, you're always, George, in pre-practice, you're always with CD.
Yeah.
You're always with CD. Is it just weird simply not having him out there in practice with you?
Definitely, like, you can tell a person is missing. But like I said, we always got to show up for Dak, all the other receivers as well. So, yeah, we just trying to stay on the same page and hoping his recovery go well.
Has he had any messages to you since that game?
No, not really. He's been, recovering, trying to get, doing his best to try to get back. So, haven't really seen him as much. Yeah.
What kind of an opportunity is this for you?
It's a great opportunity. Kind of like I already showcase, but I just want to, show up for Dak, show up for the team, and get a dub.
How do you go about not making it too big?
I'll probably just say like another team game. That's kind of how I already think about it now. That's really what I just want to tell you guys. Just get the victory, and that's really it.
Selfishly, how much do you look forward to having a game where there's so much that's riding on your performance and how you play?
I'd probably say not really me as such, but like a team, because we got to remember this is a team game. This is not like one-on-one basketball where it's just me and another player. This is a team game, so I feel like for all of us, we kind of got to show up and try to get the dub.
How important is it going to be? I mean, obviously the rushing attack has been strong. Javonte, he's having a strong start to the season. But you guys do lose Cooper Beebe, and then last week you lose Tyler Booker.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, how important is it to get this running game established so that you guys can have some success in the air?
Yeah, that's super important too, just to mix up the looks offensively. You get the run going, then the pass open up, vice versa. So, like you said, yeah, just definitely get a run going. We kind of want to do that every week too.
What stands out about this Packers front seven? They already have 10 sacks as a group in 3 games.
I'd probably just say just the aggressiveness, the type of rush they like to do, the type of blitzes they like to do, tight front, send the backer. They like to blitz a lot. So especially with the guys they got to blitz, you know what I mean? So that's probably why they had success.
What's important for your game, knowing some of that?
Timing on routes. That's probably what I was, that's what I was kind of telling you, like all the receivers, if we show up on the right timing, it should be an okay game.
George, how did coverage change in the Chicago game after CD went out towards you?
They were already like playing a cover 2 type deal even when CD was in the game, and then when he kind of went out, they just kind of stayed with their coverage. I felt like they didn't feel like they need to change much since they already came in with a plan. They just stuck with it.
How hard is it to break through that too high shell when they do run that constantly?
Typically on too high, you want to run the ball. That's really the solution to it. That's why I was saying like we got to get the run game going every week, and that's going to open up the pass. But
Were you here long enough to really bond with Micah, and how was the team kind of dealt with Micah's comeback?
Oh, yeah. I mean, he was here when I first got here, so a little bit of here and then training camp, of course, in California. But that's probably pretty much it. And I kind of knew him previous before as well. But Micah always been a good guy as a person. I just, hope he has a great game, hope we have a great game.
George, being a pending free agent, do you look at this as a chance to showcase your value, this opportunity without CeeDee Lamb?
I wouldn't really say value. Like I said, this is a team game, my guy. I just want the whole team to win, the defense and the offense.
How do you think you've played to this point, first 3 games?
I feel like I played good, but like I said, it's nothing if the team doesn't play good. That's a team game, so I just want to get the victory.
You've been one of the best tight window grab receivers since you came into the league, and now you're playing with one of the better tight window throwing quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Where would you say you and Dak's timing is through 3 games, and kind of what have you seen from him on those kinds of throws where there's not really a lot of room?
Definitely, like you said, timing. When there's not a lot of room and quarterback's able to make those throws, it's literally nothing but timing. The time he threw it and the time he got there. So I feel like he's, like you said, one of the best at that. And with me knowing that timing is off my steps too and I can change it, it helps it a lot.
It looks like you're getting used a little bit more over the middle of the field. How do you feel about your usage and kind of expanded route tree so far this season?
I feel like it's good. Guys like to play me outside shade, go ball, you know what I mean, perimeter stuff. So it'd be kind of open for me. So I just take it.
Do you feel comfortable at this point in game going up to Schottenheimer and talking about what you're seeing on the defense and making adjustments on the fly?
Yeah, most definitely. I kind of did that too last game. I forgot who asked me that question, but that's kind of what was happening, kind of telling them guys mid-game how we could probably switch stuff predicated to their defense. So kind of the same this game too as well.
Dak has kind of said that when you're covered, you're uncovered with your 50-50 ability. Does that change if there's two guys on you?
No, not really. Because you can always, especially with me, I'm either get the flag or I'm going to make the catch. Whether it's 2, 3, 4, 5 guys, I'm either get the flag or make the catch. So it's always a good thing.
Are you anticipating more double coverage?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Most definitely, yeah.
Will your route tree expand even more without CD? Will you do some things he was doing? Or?
Yeah, most definitely. Kind of a little bit different things too as well, and different things for other players such as Ferg as well. You know what I mean?
How much does the pick stick with you, and how do you move on from a play like that?
It's kind of, I won't say easy, because me as a competitor, that's kind of what you've seen during the play. Like me as a competitor, I didn't want to, cause the game on me. You know what I mean? So, and I scored in the game. So just me as a competitor, I never really want to mess up. So it doesn't really stick with me because I know you always got to focus on the next game. Like now we're playing the Packers, and you got an opportunity to make bigger plays on a bigger stage. So.
Do you like Sunday Night Football?
Oh yeah, definitely because of stage. Like I said, you can always change the narrative in the moment. So like.
What's the narrative you want to have out there after this game?
A winning narrative, especially as a team. I don't really. The narrative with me, you guys are gonna do that on your own. But as far as a team, yeah, like a competitive physical team.
What about the narrative for you?
I wanted to definitely be good. Yeah. But if it's out of my control, I don't really trip on it.
Alabama, Georgia, who you got?
What? Georgia.
New body on that offensive line. What's your message to your offensive line mates as you bring in new pieces?
I mean, the standard doesn't change, and that's something that that's part of our mantra as an O-line room. When somebody steps up, there can't be any drop off. And I have all the confidence in the world of whoever's going to be in there, whether it's TJ or Hakeem or whoever, that they'll come in and they'll do a great job because we have a great room full of great players. So yeah.
Is there anything in particular that you like about playing on Sunday night?
I mean, I do. I do like prime time. It's kind of weird, but I just like getting a nap in through the day. I feel like a lot of people don't like playing late because they get home late, but I see it as you have more time to prepare than anybody else. Like, whether it's looking at notes, whether it's looking at tape, whether it's just looking at keys, little stuff you wrote down throughout the week. It just really gets you in that mind frame, where you need to be. So, yeah.
Does Micah talk on the field?
Does Micah talk on the field? I mean, I've never, in practice, I guess it's a little different, but, I'm not sure. We'll see if he talks. We'll see what he says.
Tyler's been said that a way to stop an elite pass rusher is to run at him. Do you agree with that?
I mean, I absolutely agree. I mean, I think football is as situational, as anything else is. And so I think if you dominate first and second down and, you limit his opportunity to rush or, freely rush the way he wants to, you'll ultimately have more success for sure.
You guys have had success running the ball early in games, and then kind of the game situations, force some passing situations. Do you guys kind of look at it as like, hey, if we stay in the game, we can still run the ball more?
I mean, I definitely think about it like that, and I think it's all about maximizing our opportunities. I think something that we've been focused on is absolutely protecting the ball. I felt like we got off to a hot start, this prior Sunday, but we just lost the ball early on, and I feel like, in this game, you can't give up the ball. I think the ball is our lifeline, so it's just about, dominating first and second down and taking care of the rock.
I think you said you went over to Micah's house to celebrate contract and things like that. What's it going to be like for you facing somebody who you were so close to the last 3 years?
I mean, obviously, it's going to be different, but, I think we both understand it as professionals. Obviously, I have a lot of love for him, as a person off the field and things of that nature, even on it. But, when we step in between the white lines, there can only be one winner. I got a star on my helmet, so that's all that matters to me.
What's it like game planning against him in practice with him?
I mean, I think we have an intimate understanding of who he is, where he wants to be. And I think that's something that we have for the entire, their entire defensive unit, but, him especially. So I think it's definitely, it definitely helps in terms of, just game planning and understanding, the way he wants to attack it.
He's a pretty effective inside rusher, so do you think you'll get some opportunity?
I mean, he very well may. I mean, it's really up to what they want to do, how they want to do it. We've seen some things on tape. We know we'll get a lot of different exotic looks. And I think the biggest thing is just being prepared for anything.
Lane Johnson did, I think, a whole presentation on Micah Parsons and what's going up against him is like. When you were listening to that, was it like, hey, I've never actually had to do that, so I was kind of tuning out, or were you listening to a little bit during that presentation?
I mean, I was actively listening because, I know this may come as a surprise, but I did practice against Micah Parsons when I played tackle, so, I do kind of have an intimate understanding. Obviously, I feel like, a player like Lane he's a little different than everybody else. I feel like somebody like TG could actually, like, listen to Lane talk, listen about, techniques that Lane implores and just, like, his philosophy and execute, because they have a very similar body type. But if you look at the way Lane plays, he's a little different. Like, he's a little bit different of a human being in terms of the way he's built. So, but I think it was very helpful, some of the things he did say, for sure.
What do you think you guys been able to run the ball so well?
Man, I really just attribute it to our unit. I think it's about each guy doing this 111, and I think Javonte is a strong runner. I still feel like, we haven't opened up gaps for him the way, like, we really can. And once we do, I think his runs will get even more explosive. I feel like, a lot of his yards are coming after contact, after somebody touches him. So I feel like if we get that one better block or just keep that one arm off of him, I think he's keen to do some special things for sure.
Is that easy for you guys when you have running back that says, I don't mind the contact, I'm not
I mean, absolutely. And it definitely spurs us to do more, because I feel like, when I see him running guys over, breaking tackles, I'm like, man, like, he's working hard as he could possibly work. So I'm just like, I want to keep him fresh. Like, I want him to be able to, hit the open field and maybe just, fit up on the safety, the way it's supposed to be. So, yeah.
How would you characterize where you guys are going into this game? 1 and 2, you had some injuries on offense, on the line, and got CD going up against the #1 scoring defense. How do you characterize this game?
I think it's a great opportunity for us, like each and every game. But I think the guys that we have are more than ready to, to execute and take advantage of it.
Is it weird game planning against Micah?
I mean, it's different for sure, but I feel like it's just a game at the same time. Like, we know who he is. We're going to have a different opponent with, a dynamic front each and every week. So it's just a game.
I'm sure it's not something you ever imagined in your first 3 years in the league, right?
I mean, definitely not. I mean, obviously, I didn't think things would pan out, but I guess the league really teaches you that, anything can happen. So it's just about being ready for anything. So, yeah. Not this week for sure. Like, we kind of talk here and there. Like, he congratulated me when I signed a couple weeks ago and stuff like that, but we haven't talked this week. No.
I meant like offensive line communication with each other, knowing that he has been here. Like,
oh my God. Yeah, we obviously. I'm like, obviously, yeah, we've done things, and like, we talked about certain things and concepts and stuff like that. So it's just gonna be a matter, being on the same page in these coming days and just making sure we iron out all the wrinkles.
Do you remember how many lockers you guys were apart over there?
I mean, now it was like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4?
About 4?
It was about 20. It was 20 a second ago, and then my rookie year, he was like right across, like, so he was just parallel from each other. Yeah.